The Field Marshal is waiting for news. I've got reports from 4 other teams who have successfully destroyed supply convoys. But one team still hasn't checked in.
Is everything all right?
If the two of you are looking for me, something must have gone wrong.
And people say we're pessimists.
Nothing is wrong at the moment. No more than usual, at least. But there is an urgent matter that requires your attention. Some very powerful Republic representatives have insisted on sharing their concerns about the hidden chain. Particularly the alarming increase in violent attacks on non-Mandalorian targets.
They want a meeting with you. Yesterday, if possible.
I don't understand what they're expecting to hear from me.
They've got it in their heads that you know something that'll make it all go away, and even if you can't, they want to hear it straight from you.
It certainly doesn't help that the increased surveillance of Shay's movements has provided nothing useful since she disappeared.
We had some of our best people tailing her. But if Mandalore the Avenger doesn't want to be found...
Her absence during all of this has the potential to paint us in a very poor light.
Shay is leaving me little choice. I can't keep hiding this.
The situation is less than ideal, of course, but involving the Republic may only invite further complications.
Speaking of, looks like our delay tactics didn't work.
They're more insistent than I thought. I'll find a suitable room for the meeting. Everything will be ready when you are.
Glad you could join us. Now that everyone's here, there are a few concerns I'm hoping you can clear up.
We've received a full report from On Paralan regarding the events of Ord Mantell, but we would also like to hear things from your perspective. Now that raids perpetrated by the Hidden Chain Mandalorians have increased in quantity and intensity, it is especially urgent that we hear from anyone who has faced them.
Arn has been very helpful, there's no denying that. But he wasn't there the entire time you were on Kessen's Landing. You have information he doesn't. How did you know about the situation on Ord Mantell? Who sent you there in the first place, and why?
I reminded them that you work with the Mandalorians. Most of them, anyway. I explained how that's probably where you got the intel.
Yes, but I think you can see why we're starting to feel a little uncomfortable. I won't ask you to reevaluate the cost of working with the Mandalorians. We don't have the authority to do that, or to tell you to keep them in check. But their war is creeping into Republic territory. We'll need to respond soon.
Perhaps there is something we can do to support the Mandalorians in their conflict, but we would need their cooperation. We've made attempts to contact Mandalore, but they've all fallen through. Dispatches to her second-in-command have also gone unanswered.
Is there any way you can connect us? I'd like to know where Shay thinks this war is heading. I'm sure she appreciates that hands-off approach to your partnership, but I'm a little confused. What do you mean you don't know where she is? How did you lose contact with the leader of the Mandalorians? Tell me you're not about to cut this short. I'm not comfortable leaving our conversation with this many unanswered questions. We'll be contacting you again soon. Glad you could join us. Now that everyone's here, there are a few concerns I'm hoping you can clear up.
We've received a full report from on Paralin regarding the events of Ord Mantell, but we would also like to hear things from your perspective.
Now that raids perpetrated by the Hidden Chain Mandalorians have increased in quantity and intensity, it is especially urgent that we hear from anyone who has faced them.
Arn has been very helpful, there's no denying that. But he wasn't there the entire time you were on Kessen's Landing. You have information he doesn't. How did you know about the situation on Ord Mantell? Who sent you there in the first place, and why?
I reminded them that you work with the Mandalorians. Most of them, anyway. I explained how that's probably where you got the intel.
Yes, but I think you can see why we're starting to feel a little uncomfortable. I won't ask you to reevaluate the cost of working with the Mandalorians. We don't have the authority to do that, or to tell you to keep them in check. But their war is creeping into Republic territory. We'll need to respond soon.
That is still being discussed.
We would prefer to avoid any further violence, of course.
We've made attempts to contact Mandalore, but they've all fallen through. Dispatches to her second-in-command have also gone unanswered.
Is there any way you can connect us? I'd like to know where Shay thinks this war is heading. I'm not trying to distract her while she fights a war, but it would be better for everyone, Shay Vizsla included, if she could find time for us. I'm sure she appreciates that hands-off approach to your partnership, but I'm a little confused. What do you mean you don't know where she is? How did you lose contact with the leader of the Mandalorians? Tell me you're not about to cut this short. I'm not comfortable leaving our conversation with this many unanswered questions. We'll be contacting you again soon.
It's me. I think I just found a way to get Darth Nul's holocron away from Hedda. I can't give you all the details over holocron. Too many ears listening. Meet me on Meksha. When you get here, stop by the Slugfall Cantina. I'll leave you something to help find me.
You made it. Not that I thought you wouldn't, I'm just relieved is all. It won't. The Darmanda who didn't join had to have a tight grip on this place. I picked up a lot of things hiding out on Ossus. We had to. When you don't have a lot of parts to work with, you learn to adapt. My brother and I used to hide in here a lot. Rakan was always looking for a way out of chore time at the orphanage. I liked helping out, but I also liked going on adventures with Rakan, so I started hiding too. I used to dream about coming back here for him. My master never knew. I didn't want him to think that I was ungrateful, or that he'd made the wrong decision, taking someone who kept looking backward. But I think he did make the wrong decision. Maybe if I'd said it sooner, none of this would be happening. Hedda wouldn't have the holocron. She wouldn't have Rakan. No, but people do. Even Jedi. It doesn't matter. We're going to fix this.
That holocron is dangerous. More than any of us understand. We have to get it away from Hedda. The machine that she's building, it doesn't work without Darth Nul's holocron, or without the plans inside it. All we have to do is get the holocron out of there, and Hedda loses both the machine and something she never should have had in the first place.
It's, you'll see what I mean once we get close. The machine is on one of Hedda's most heavily guarded ships. There's only one way on it.
And that's with a specially built shuttle, one they use to round up prisoners. Hedda thinks if she has something that no one else does, she can take on the whole galaxy. But she's wrong. The machine, I don't really understand how it works. Something reaches out, and it's like turning on a light, or a forgotten childhood memory rushing back. If you ever thought you once felt the Force, no matter who you've become, an outlaw, a farmer, a soldier, you feel it again. Hedda said I could help these people. Help them understand their connection to the Force. She said no one else would. She didn't say anything about making them fight in her war. Hedda will do anything to win. She doesn't understand the cost. She doesn't care. Did this Sana Ray person also tell you what Darth Null did for the Emperor with that power? My master told me. I should have listened. I should have never. What? No. He didn't. That doesn't change anything. Hedda thinks this machine will just awaken powerful soldiers ready to fight for her. But the people Hedda captures, the machine revealed their connection to the Force. It doesn't make them soldiers any more than they were before. But that doesn't matter to Hedda. She wanted me to just... Even if I wanted to, I don't know how to train anyone to fight. If we don't do something, a lot of innocent people will die. We have to destroy the machine, and we have to get as many of Hedda's prisoners as we can off that ship.
I wish I had that kind of confidence. But at least I know where to start. I know where we can get the shuttle that we'll need. One of the hidden chain strike teams was sent to take captives from Hedda. They must not have been too careful around the huts. They've run into trouble with a long shot. But if we can get to Hedda and find out where that strike team ended up... I'm telling you, this is it. Now or never.
I don't know all the details, other than the strike team was sent to the Minbusa district. It's probably best if we head there separately. It might raise too much suspicion otherwise.
I'll see you there. We have a problem. I know. I keep telling myself that. This was supposed to be simple. But it might be impossible. The hidden chain strike team assigned to Hedda have to be somewhere in this district. But, I don't know what to do. Slaves are rebelling. The Hut in charge here locked down everything. No one's getting in or out. How do we even start looking for that shuttle? I'm not looking the other way while these people die, or get taken by the hidden chain who are still out there. Hedda's ruined too many lives, and I'm not going to let her hurt anyone else. Don't worry, I won't. Let's go. The Mandalorians who came here. Where is their shuttle?
How dare you! Invading my home! Disrupting my business! These ungrateful wretches belong to me! I'll have your head for leading them astray!
I'm not involved with anything that's happening here.
That is not how it appears to me!
I'm willing to walk away and let you carry on with your business after you give me the Mandalorian shuttle you confiscated.
Or, I give you nothing, you die, and I resume my business anyway. You must know, the Hutt Cartel will not look kindly on this act of aggression, despite your previous feeble attempts at a partnership. Your Republic friends will regret what you have done here. I will personally ensure it. They will rue the day you dared to challenge the majestic Yusindu. Kill them! Kill them!
Hey! Over here! This way!
What's going on? Who are you?
No time for that! You're looking for a Mando shuttle, right? I know where to find it.
How did you...
Just come on! What other option do you have?
All right, lead the way.
No, wait! We can help you.
I've got this. If you want to help, the best way is to get to our safe house. I'll explain more there. Get to the tunnels. I'll tell you over comms how to get there. Now go! Hurry!
Good, you're safe. Adi told me you were coming. He'll be here soon.
Racket. We lost Triva. In the courtyard.
Blast it! She was our only way into the alarm systems.
I know. But I'm hoping these fine people can help us pick up the slack. Quick introductions. I'm Adi. This is Racket. Pretty sure we know who you are. But what do we call you?
I'm, Sahar.
Great. You probably noticed, but we're trying to get a lot of people out from under the tail of Yusindu, our esteemed employer. You also probably noticed it's not going well. That I did. Word's getting around. Some of our people back in town said that you were looking for a Mando shuttle. When I heard you ask Yusindu about it, I knew we finally hit a lucky break. As fate would have it, you're after the same thing we are. More or less. The shuttle is in the refinery's hangar, the same place we're trying to get into. We've spent months working out a way to break in, but after that explosion, we're short a lot of the people we needed to make this work. You help us see this through, and we'll all get into that hangar. Right to that Mando shuttle you're looking for. Yusindu locked everything down once he realized we were fighting our way out. Like clockwork.
When Mandalorians showed up, we thought that was the end. Turns out they had nothing to do with Yusindu.
He locked up the Mando shuttle, the one you're after, in the refinery hangar, along with every ship, speeder, and cargo loader in the district. There are enough shuttles in there to get all of us out of here. Off Hutta. To freedom. We just need to get into that hangar.
You will. We'll help you. Right?
A few things. If it helps, what we need to be done should be very simple for the two of you.
The same can't be said if you decide to take on Yusindu and his infinite number of goons on your own. We need to get them out of the way.
We also need to make sure our people can defend themselves against any surprises that might be waiting in the hangar.
We've tried this enough times to have worked out all the kinks. If we're going to hit Yusindu where it hurts, we need weapons, explosives, ways to take out his fancy guards.
We really only need enough to clear a safe path to the shuttles.
We know exactly what needs to be done. We just need the bodies to do it.
And we need to help them stay alive in the process. We've got everything broken down over here. Give it a look when you're ready to get started.
We're ready. We've never been so ready. If we don't move now, we're never going to get another shot like this.
Oh, there is one more thing. Sahar, can you take a look at the encryption tokens on our comm frequencies? We can't risk Yusindu's people slicing into our chatter. I get the feeling you know a thing or two about the subject?
Oh, of course. I'll be right back.
This has all been hard on her. Every thought in her head is darkened by our struggle. And the struggles of another. But helping people seems to mend her broken resolve a bit.
Everything you've done so far will slow down Yusindu's reinforcements, but it won't last forever. If we're gonna pull this off before the slug's backup can get past our defenses, we'll need to split up for the last phase of the plan. That means you're on your own. Can you handle that? This is too important to rely on assumptions. I need verbal confirmation before we move. From everyone. Audie's going to get the hangar's freight elevator up and running. That'll get enough people inside to overwhelm the security teams that are already there.
Which means more people on those shuttles, and more people out of this swamp.
I'll be running point on the turret defenses, making sure those are shut down before we get into the hangar.
You, my friend, have the most important job of all.
Even when we control the hangar, our window of time to get out of there is too short. We can't manually input destination coordinates into every shuttle.
If you get into the control tower, you can transmit destination codes to everyone all at once. I'll send the coordinates once we're on the move.
I've done repairs on the control tower's console before. It can be a little finicky. Let me walk you through how to make it work if you run into any problems.
While you two do that, I'll go check on Sahar.
Here. Do not tell Audie I gave you this. Don't worry about it. Just put these coordinates into the control tower console when it's time. The shuttle coordinates Audie's going to send you, they go to Rhodia. He thinks we'll all be safe there, but the Hutts took him when he was a kid. He hasn't been back since. We won't know anybody. We'll have nothing. It won't be home. The coordinates I gave you will take us to an Evakai rebel camp on Hutta. I've already made contact with them. They're willing to take us in. If we pull our weight. Yeah, fight. They're going to train us. We're going to take on the Hutts. Take back Evakar. He thinks that it's too dangerous to stay, even if we leave the district. He doesn't think we have it in us to fight, even though we've been fighting this whole time. But when it's not your home the Hutts have left their stench all over, I'm sure it's easy to leave. Please, don't make me beg. I can't run away like Audie wants me to.
Looks like everyone knows what they've got to do. Ready?
Time to go. I've got a problem here. There's a safety protocol that keeps overriding all of my attempts at overloading the turrets.
Same here. Every time I slice past the lockdown operation, I get a warning that the elevator can't run until the emergency systems have been turned off.
Are you kidding me? When did Yusindu install safety features?
I don't know, but if I don't figure this out soon, a whole lot of people aren't getting out of here with us.
And if that rotten slug gets wind of what we're doing before I knock out these turrets, we're all going to have a bad time.
Don't worry, we'll figure this out. We don't have time to reach both of them.
I'll be here.
What in the blazes do I do about these turrets?
You've got this. And the second we're done here, I'm coming to help you.
I've got a few ideas, but just hope for the best. Where's Audie? Audie!
No. Racket, go. This chance is all we're gonna get. Earth, please. It's up to you to protect them. I know you can.
How do I do any of this without you? Audie! How am I supposed to protect them? I couldn't even protect him.
I am so sorry, but you can't give up.
I can't do this alone.
You worked too hard for this to stop now. Audie believed you could see this through. You need to believe it too.
All right. I can do it. Thank you.
We need to hurry.
What's the plan once we're aboard? How do we find the holocron? Come on, Sahar. You've made it all this way. Don't falter now.
I know. I know what I need to do, just... They lost Audie. After all that, he's just... gone. I feel like we made things worse.
Everyone will be fine. Racket has everything under control.
I hope you're right.
I need to know the plan, Sahar.
The systems access room is right next to the shuttle bay. We need to get to it fast. I have the codes to shut off alarms, comms, area restrictions, anything that could slow us down. And anything that can keep Hedda from sending the rest of her fleet after us.
Whatever you're going to do, make sure you do it quickly. If you do this, word will get back to Hedda and your brother. They'll know it was you.
I know.
Let's go.
It's her! Get away from them!
No! I'm not going to hurt you!
Don't listen to her. Everyone stand your ground. What? Yes, is she all right?
See? You can trust us.
She and her Mando friends ripped us away from our lives, our homes, our families. Most of us didn't even know we could use the Force. And now you know what they're going to make us do?
Please, we don't have time to argue. Just come with us.
We'll take our chances on our own. Fine. Lead the way.
Thank you.
No!
Rakan, enough!
Don't you dare speak! Disgusting, worthless filth! I see what you are. You tricked Hedda. Blinded her with your Jedi sorcery. Turned her away from me. Now you betray her! You betray me! This is why you came back. Why you couldn't stay away. There was still something left to take from me.
What did I take from you?
Everything!
I gave you everything. I turned my back on my friends, on my home, to find you. To fix a mistake that someone else made. I taught you what no one else would. I went against everything I believe in to follow your field marshal. I'm done, Rakan. Hedda's not going to hurt anyone else. We're taking the holocron.
You said everything there is to say. Let's finish this.
Go. Now. Rakan, you're going to die if you keep listening to Hedda. And for what? Will she even notice? We can fix this. Both of us. Rakan! Stop! Rakan! Come on!
to move! No! Help me! Hold on! Hurry!
Thank the stars you made it back!
Is anyone hurt? We need to get moving now.
We're fine. Nothing happened after you got us back here, other than the whole ship coming apart.
This is gonna be close.
Yeah, but how long before those Mandalorians track us down again?
That explains why no one could tell me where you went after you took that holocall. And Sahar? Where is she?
It was chaos. We got separated, and I'm not sure she made it out alive.
That's not good. Tao was starting to think she might see Sahar again. I hate to have to tell her this.
You can let Tao know that without Sahar, I wouldn't have this.
Darth Nul's holocron.
And it's out of Hedda Cole's hands. With this, we'll have nothing to fear from Malgus's plans.
After everything we've gone through to find that, it's a shame that it took losing another one of our own to get it. I'm sure Master Nosteral will want to start examining it as soon as possible.
It's going to take all of us working together to make sure this doesn't happen again.
You're right. I'll start pulling together all the relevant people. Seeing the holocron in person after all this time is gonna be... I don't even know what to think. And what about them? Where are they gonna go?
I know that certain allowances would need to be made. But can't the Jedi accommodate them?
You know that can't happen. Unless any of them have already started Jedi training, they'll be turned away.
Can we afford to turn anyone away?
Master Saldarin is still focused on finding lost Jedi and bringing them back into the Order. It might be a while before we can turn our attention to something like this. If it were up to me, they would have every chance to prove themselves. But it's not my call to make.
They can stay on Odessen. Sana Rey is more than capable of seeing to their training and keeping them safe.
All things considered, they might be better off with you. I'll try to think of some way to explain this to Master Nosteral. Talk soon.
Jakaya, I owe you an apology. With the first whisper of betrayal, you said to rein in the clans. I should have listened. But I'll cut you a deal. You don't say I told you so? Then I won't either. We needed someone suited to all the practical nonsense of leadership. I told you that wasn't me. If Hedda continues, we lose everything. All of us, the Republic and the Sith, will destroy the Mandoade no matter whose banner they carry. Shielding us from an outside threat, ensuring our future, is something I can do. It's what I will do. I need to stop Hedda, and there's only one person who can tell me how to find her. The reason that Sith Bezbetrash ended up in her hands. Setsa, Jakaya. I hope you understand.
Hey, I know you're busy and all, but I've got something I think you'll want to see. Yeah, other than me. I'm still on Runuk, but I relocated. Made some progress with our little project, and I needed a bigger setup. When you get a chance, come check it out. There's someone here who wants to meet you. Welcome to the new place. What do you think? Funny enough, most of it is thanks to the little Kiramud over there.
Clarification. Any contribution I've made to this fruitless endeavor has been entirely against my will.
Ah, don't listen to him. He's just trying to sound tough because we've got company. Had to make a few adjustments. It was getting way too hard to concentrate, always keeping one eye on him. But we're good now, right, Kiramud? Enough about him. Let's get to why you're really here. I'd like to introduce you to B3S1, Bessie. You know, after everything we've gone through to get here, it's good to hear you say that. Now, I know you might be thinking that she doesn't look like the other Basilik you've run into. Kur Harangir was doing some crazy experiments on this Ecod, piecing all sorts of things together that didn't belong. Took a lot of work, but we finally got her into something that can move, something that can learn. Of course she learns. She's a Basilik. Bessie's got all her basic functionality, but she still needs a lot of training before I can turn her over to you. Basilisk droids are more naturally adaptable than other droids. I can't just program her to do what you want. If we want her to remember how to be a Basilisk droid, we've got to teach her. She needs to learn by doing. So I'm thinking, if Bessie's going to be yours, you should be the one to take her out and train her. Hold on, we've still got a ways to go. But I love the enthusiasm. Take these. Training modules for Bessie. They'll help her focus on the things a Basilisk droid needs to know how to do.
Interjection. The Basilisk droid's learning capabilities are severely limited. The Mandalorian's training modules are woefully insufficient. Recommendation. Scrap the inferior Basilisk droid and put the parts to use elsewhere. Building a new chassis for yours truly, perhaps.
What about those memory chips you built for Bessie? Don't you want to see if they work?
Correction. I did not build these memory chips for the Basilisk droid. I simply required a distraction from the aggravating circumstances of my indentured servitude.
Whatever the reason, if anyone can get Bessie into shape, it's you. Nobody else has that kind of processing power.
Agreement. You are correct in your assessment, Mandalorian. You may demonstrate the usefulness of the memory chips to our visitor.
Puffing up that little ego of his is the only way I can get him to do anything. He got real agreeable once I started calling him Kiramud, killer. Most people don't bother listening to them. Once you do that, it's easy to get them to work with you. Those memory chips he built really are nothing to sneeze at. Bessie needs them to unlock behavioral programs I can't reach. Otherwise, she won't remember the things you teach her. Can't get her to do anything without a memory chip, if I'm being honest. If you want Bessie to work, make sure you give her one before you take her out. Only problem we haven't been able to work out is how long the memory chips keep the connection to her behavioral systems open. Keep an eye on how long you've got Bessie out there. I think that's everything. Why don't you get started? I'm sure Bessie's dying for some fresh air and exercise. Appreciate you trying to get it right. Give Bessie one of the memory chips. That'll access the behavioral systems in her memory core, but it only works for a short time. Then, use one of the training modules I gave you. It'll help you guide her in the things she needs to know. Easy enough? Ready to start? Jate. Can't wait to see what kind of data comes out of this. How did it go?
Assessment. The Basilisk droid's capabilities are substandard. As I predicted, Mandalorian.
Yeah. Not like I didn't expect this. Bessie isn't going to be a full-fledged Basilik after one day of training. Consistency is key. You have to keep at it. The more you train her, the more she's going to remember the Basilisk functionality that's buried in her memory core. Hey, don't sell yourself short. All the data you collected out there with Bessie will help me focus her learning abilities. Whatever you've got, put it in that terminal. I'll start combing through it. What did I tell you? This data is just what I need. I know it sounds like a long shot, but if you keep bringing back this kind of research, Bessie will be everything we hoped in no time.
Interjection. No amount of field research will improve the chances of success for this hopeless project. Protestation. You dare equate an HK series assassin to this lumbering, unrefined basilisk droid? Explanation. Without additional memory chips, it will never reach its full potential, inferior as it might be. Declaration. I will not waste processing power by building more.
Look here, Kiramud. You understand unfinished business? I'll take that as a yes. That's what this is. This is a big deal for me, for my people. I need to get Bessie working again. She's special. There's nothing like her in the whole galaxy. Kind of like you. What do you say? Can you make some more memory chips? Show Bessie she's worth saving?
Resignation? It seems I have no choice in the matter.
Knew you wouldn't let me down, Kiramud. Well, yeah, I've come this far. We've come this far. I'm not giving up on Bessie. It'll take the little Kiramud time to whip up more of those memory chips. Once he does, grab one from him and give it to Bessie. I'll work on some more training modules. You bring back any combat data you get while you're out there, and we can improve Bessie's functionality. We can do this. All of us. We just need to work together, yeah? Hey, wanted to tell you to keep up the good work with this data. We are so close to a breakthrough with Bessie, I can practically taste it. No. What happened? Are you sure? This has never happened before. Hartak, we've overloaded her behavioral circuitry matrix. This doesn't look good, but I hope so. We could... I'm not sure. Every time we train Bessie, teach her some new behavior, we're opening connections to this behavioral matrix. But the thing is ancient. Guess it couldn't handle all that strain in such a short amount of time. Could be that Bessie's full of bits and pieces from other droids. But that hasn't been a huge deal so far. Come on. I need to figure this out. We've come too far to let this stop us now. Careful, Kiramud. Don't make it worse.
Protestation. My abilities are the only thing that will save this hunk of scrap. Concession. The inferior behavioral matrix requires improved circuitry. I know where you can find the necessary components. Confirmation. You would, if I were offering my assistance.
Come on. You wouldn't have mentioned it if you didn't want us to know.
Explanation. The prison on Belsavis hides many dangerous things from the rest of the galaxy, but not from its occupants. Addition. A droid hunter roams the planet free from the confines of the Republic's prison. It has the parts you require in its collection of trophies. Affirmation. You will know it when you see it. Contradiction. I am not helping you, or the pile of junk you are trying to fix. Correction. If you do not acquire the circuits you need, the Mandalorian will waste more of my time on hopeless solutions.
Can you just see where this goes? It would be nice if he weren't so damn cryptic, but he doesn't have a reason to lie to us. Thank you. Keep your comms open. The little Kiramud will talk soon. He can't resist any opportunity to show off his superior intellect. Tell me you got the circuits. Thank the stars.
Query. Did you find the second-rate scrap pile? How many pieces did you blast him into? Justification. The identity of your target was irrelevant. You required basilisk droid circuitry. The scrap pile had it. Contradiction. I am doomed to spend my existence in this contemptible husk. I could not allow the scrap pile to walk freely in the form I deserve. Explanation. The scrap pile and I were forced to work together once. His grievous incompetence got us captured. Irritation. He escaped our prison, but I spent centuries locked away in a glorified storeroom. Annotation. The scrap pile was almost as skilled at destroying basilisk droids as I am. As long as he functioned, B3S1 would be in danger. Correction. My time and skills are invaluable, and I do not wish to spend them constantly repairing the basilisk droid. Warning, do not presume it is anything more.
This is it. The moment of truth. That's it! Knew you'd pull through, Bessie. You know, I think this new circuitry made her behavioral matrix even more durable. Nice one, Kiramud. None of this would have happened without you. Bessie will be really grateful.
Protestation. Another word about my fondness for this junk droid, and you will all regret it.
That could have been bad. Really bad. Good thing Bessie and I have you and the Kiramud in our corner. You know, you might just be the first person I actually believe when they say that. Still need a lot more field research before Bessie can leave the nest. You're doing a great job so far, so don't stop now. Keep bringing me that data, and I'll keep upgrading Bessie. Think this is it. Today might be the day Bessie's ready for her new home. There's just one more thing I have to do before she's all yours. We finally figured out how to upgrade Bessie's behavioral matrix to work without the memory chips, so you're off the hook for now, Kiramud.
Proclamation. Finally.
Here we go. One last round of elbow grease and Jate Kara. What? No! Come on, girl, don't give up now. I won't let you. I won't give up on you. Blast it! Her memory core. The new circuits in the behavioral matrix are degrading it. Hey, what are you... Kiramud! Ha! Why, you're alive, girl! You little Jare! What were you thinking? I could have lost you!
Confession. Stabilize. Bessie's memory core.
What? How did you pull that off?
Resolution. Shared. Superior processing power.
Of course he did. Knew this little warrior wouldn't let us down. You'll be all right, thank the stars. Don't know what I'd do if both you and Bessie left me. I could never thank you enough, Kiramud. Speaking of thanks... Hard to believe this is real, but we did it. We actually did it. Who would have thought, back when we were chasing down Kerr Harangir, you and I would have rebuilt a Basulik. A real functional living basilisk droid. We proved it's possible to bring them back. It's a game changer for the Mandalorians. Trusting someone to help me with this, it wasn't easy for me, you know. When it comes to people I can count on, the list is short. I just need to say that you're one of them. I couldn't have done this, any of it, without you. Yeah. Guess I did have a little bit of a hand in our success. Didn't I, Bessie? You be good, all right? Be the best Basulik there ever was. Knew this day was coming, but doesn't make it any easier. You're taking a part of me with you. Alit, Orisha, Taldeen. I know you will. This is a new beginning for Bessie. I should be happy. And I'm far from done here. Can't just up and quit after restoring one basilisk droid, can I? I'll keep at it. We've found so much information that I didn't think even existed. Who knows what else is out there? If I find anything that could help improve Bessie, or any other basilisk droids, you're the only one I'm calling.